And welcome to Southern Virginia University Knights Arena. I'm Scotty Winterton, along with my colleague Skylar Johnson. We are here to bring you the first home game of the new year, the women's Knights basketball team going up against the Methodist Monarchs. The Knights, playing their first home game since December 11th, finally come back home and get a chance to expand on their incredible winning streak. The Knights are doing a fantastic job out of conference and in conference. As the Knights get their first bucket, the Knights are 9-3 overall, 5-0 in conference, won the last 6. They are on a tear. They're going to try and keep that going today as they go up against the Monarchs, who themselves are doing really well, 7-5 overall, 5-2 in the conference. Skylar, excited to be with you again, excited to be here for a home game and watch these ladies play.
Absolutely. You mentioned that 6-game winning streak that the Knights are on, stretching back all the way to December 1st when we had that 2-point loss to Mary Washington. Knights, hottest team in the USA South right now, looking to extend that streak against a very formidable opponent in Methodist. We see Methodist go into that 3-2 zone early, trying to take away some of the size. That 6-game winning streak on the legs of Katie Garish and Nan Christensen as Emma Camden knocks down the jumper. But as you said, this Knights team is incredibly hot right now and looking to extend that streak.
Emma Camden comes in off of her best game of the season in terms of the team. She led the team in scoring against Salem in their last outing a few days ago, 19 points for the game. Doesn't quite compare to her 7-for-7 point outburst that she had at home last about 2, 3, 4 home games ago. We haven't had that many home games. Camden gets another short jumper, puts the 8-footer in. She is just playing lights out. The local product. Saw her at one of the recent Perry McClure high school games where she graduated from, won 3 straight state championships for the Perry McClure Blues.
Yeah, Emma Camden is consistent out there. She gets everything done for the Knights in terms of controlling that ball, making sure she's limiting the turnovers that the Knights have struggled with in the past. It's great to have a ball handler like Emma all over the floor. And, you know, as you see with that mid-range jumper, they give her shots and she'll knock them down.
For the Monarchs, number 23, Kylie Hicks, the freshman, 5'9", from Wiley, Texas. Fantastic player. She leads the Monarchs in both rebounds and points. And she'll be an important factor for the Monarchs if they want to pull a win out tonight. Takes a shot jumper right there, just inside the three-point line. It's a 2-pointer. Interestingly enough, just barely inside the three-point line there. She doesn't have a three-point shot all season long, but she's got a stroke and she can put the ball in.
Yeah, that was super comfortable right there from that top of the arc. One step back, it would have been her first three-pointer on the season, but she'll knock down that one, and she'll take it. Yeah, she's got an incredible stroke, 11 points a game, couple of rebounds to go along with that. She does it all for the Monarchs and Methodist.
Yeah, not even a single attempt on the season, and then watching her put that in, I'm thinking this woman can score the basket, and really would like to see her do well today. She's going to be a focal point for the Monarchs.
Yeah, something we failed to mention early on in that first drive, after Courtney McCrolla was able to knock down that first shot, she did come off to the sideline with what it looks like to be an ankle injury as the training staff attends to her. Hopefully we'll get an update.
McCrolla is a real big part of this team as she plays kind of opposite of Garish. Some great defender. Makes it so that Garish doesn't always have to guard the toughest post player. And there we see Hicks put in another bucket. Both buckets for the Monarchs coming off the hand of Hicks. Garish with the shot blocked. Great block. Number 11, Anaya Tate, getting in the face of Garish, putting that ball back in her face. Quick drive. Fantastic opportunity for the Monarchs, putting them down by 1.
Yeah, great defensive stop right there, putting her hand up and knocking that shot out of Katie's face, and then great play down here to get the ball inside, and quick little bucket for the Monarchs, who are just down 1 now after rallying down 7.
Anissa Izieri driving again. She has gotten inside 3 times now inside the Knights defense. She is doing a great job penetrating we'll see if she ends up kicking that ball out wide. Knights called for the travel and the turnover.
Yeah, a little too aggressive right there was Addison Newman going to the hole, just gets caught walking a little bit, but aggressive to the rack with the ball. She'll continue to do that going forward and get some to fall.
Yeah, the freshman, 5'10" out of Cedar City, Utah, garnered a lot of playing time this season, done a great job for the Schroeders. Coach Schroeder, both Brett and head coach Lynette are not in the arena today, so Coach Mike Harmon did a great block there from Nan Christensen, and then the turnover as she gets the steal, puts the ball ahead. Newman looks to finish, can't finish, no foul called, and the Monarchs will bring the ball back down.
Yeah, you mentioned Coach Mike Harmon stepping in for the Schroeders. The Knights are in great hands right there. A lot of history coaching. Harmon's, great guy to step into those shoes.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a mentor role. He actually had a role in coaching Lynette Schroeder here at SVU when she played here. She's one of the leading scorers, actually the leading scorer all time for the Knights. Fantastic basketball player. I get a chance to play with her on the regular when we do some pickup with the coaches. And Coach Schroeder can play basketball. The Knight women are in great hands with her. Another turnover on the travel for the Knights. But as you said, Coach Harmon, he is well-versed in Knights women's basketball, and he is around the team a lot. So the Schroeders can definitely trust him with the team today.
Well, and absolutely. And another thing on that, with the veteran experience that the Knights have on this roster with, seniors like Katie Garish and Savannah Christensen and even Malia Dye, who is, unfortunately on the bench with a knee injury, but that leadership is, definitely going to, pay off right now with those head coaches out.
You got Anna Singer stepping in.
Anna
She's
Singer's
got
been here a couple
junior.
years.
Yeah, there is. You're right, Skylar. There's a good number of leadership qualities available for Coach Harmon to look to, and I'm sure the Schroeders talk to the team and they're like, okay, here's the situation, here's how we're going to manage through this. And right now the Knights are down by 1. They got up to a quick start. Turnovers have plagued them a little bit, so we'll see if Coach can get them to settle down, keep 2 feet on the ground when you need to keep 2 feet on the ground, stop the traveling calls. It looks like the refs are going to be sticklers on that today. You got to adjust and adapt. Knights coming in with Garish and Christensen not on the court, so Anna Singer, the most veteran player on the court out there. Yeah. Also on the court, Sophie Wright.
Going with a smaller lineup here. We'll see how that works. The Knights have been super aggressive, which is super great, but it looks like we're trying to get Emma Camden a shot right there. Unfortunate roll out. But the Knights have been aggressive to the basket, just haven't got things to roll or have committed, costly little turnovers, travels. Knights looking to be aggressive because Methodist down here is being incredibly aggressive on offense and getting to the rack.
Jump ball called. Great job on defensive end from Camden. Coach McNair for the Monarchs kind of taking advantage of the opportunity where Garish is not in. So she is sitting Hicks for the moment, getting her some rest. In for the Monarchs, you have number 25, Shelby Parker, another freshman from Hampstead, North Carolina. Little Euro action out of Melissa Doelio. And the Knights now in transition. DeLeo.
The Knights do an incredible job on the offensive glass. I believe 3 or 4 now offensive rebounds for the Knights. Getting it done early, getting these extra possessions. Just unfortunate, can't get a roll, are the Knights right now.
Yeah, so the Knights right now, not with the great shooting percentage, shooting 3 of 14, and the Monarchs are hitting 40%, 4 of 10. The Knights really kind of hurting them right now, 1 of 6 from the three-point line, but their total rebounding, 9 rebounds, keeping them in the game, 4 offensive rebounds, as you mentioned, Skylar. Triggering for the Monarchs is Melissa DeLeo. The pick and slip doesn't fall for Shelby Parker.
Yeah, that's a great look right there from Parker.
Camden with a little jumper run from 4 feet, doesn't fall, and another jump ball. And it'll still be Knight's ball off of the jump ball call as Hicks comes to the table and she'll look to return for Coach Cheryl McNair. Camden gets out of the coffin corner, transitions the ball to Miyazaki. The three-pointer finds nothing but the bottom of the net. The Knights taking a 2-point lead.
We saw Misaki come in and instantly provide that defense on that drive, and then down here knocking down the wide open shot. But I want to talk about Emma Camden with the ball control to get the ball out of the corner and into that nice shooter's pocket to knock down that shot was Taylor.
Great pump fake, getting to the basket, can't finish. Number 24, Hannah Evans, the freshman from Hollister, North Carolina, with a great pump fake, getting inside the defense. Step back from Misaki, doesn't fall, just a little long, but Singer attacking the boards. Another offensive rebound for the Knights. Camden will trigger for the Knights.
Love the way the Knights are moving the ball around this zone and getting in and out.
Wright takes a shot, does not find rim. Rebound goes to the Monarchs. And Melissa DeLeo brings it down. Camden reading that pass, gets the turnover and will finish.
Defense is effort, and you're going to get effort out of Emma Camden every time she is on the floor. Great heads-up play, playing the passing lane, taking that one in for the bucket. Good news, Knights fans, as Courtney McCrolla is back at the scores table, ready to sub in. Training staff able to take care of that ankle, get her confident enough to get back in. Also right there, Taylor able to knock down the floater. Nan and Katie at the scores table, ready to sub back in this first period.
Camden Misaki doing yeoman's work with Christensen and Garish out. At the same time, as I mentioned earlier, Hicks is going to come back in. Camden just being a gnat. Good handles, controlling that ball. It was Hannah Evans looking to drive. Emania Lynch. That ball will stay with the Monarchs. Emania Lynch is a pretty impressive player. I love her handle. She drives, very physical. Sophomore from Hookerton, North Carolina. She will sub out.
Yeah, big substitution here for both teams as Methodist tries to match the size on the floor for the Knights as best they can.
Trinity Ross is in. Hicks misses that one. Almost a turnover.
Yeah, that was a great heads-up play right there, coming back for the ball. Addison Newman comes back and actually...
Singer straight away, and the lefty puts the ball in. Increases the lead to 7 points. And the Monarchs, Tate Taborn, brings the ball down. The freshman from Salisbury, North Carolina.
Yeah, Anna Singer playing great defense down here. Gets rewarded right there with the wide open three, able to knock it down.
So staying with Shelby Parker in the post, along with bringing Hicks in. Also Tate Taborn and Melissa DeLeo in for the Monarchs. Rounding that out would be Trinity Ross, the senior from Pittsboro, North Carolina. Singer drawing the double team. Knights have an open McCrolla on the corner. Not able to take advantage. Trap coming in and looking to do this kind of half-court trap, the double team the ball quickly anytime it gets inside the three-point line. But the Knights may pull them out of this zone if they keep hitting three-pointers like that.
Well, that's the best way to get that out, get the team out of the zone, is to knock down those open looks. But they're doing a great job of moving the ball around and finding open shooters. That time, Anna Singer, full confidence. Great defensive stand there to end this first period for the Knights, able to scratch another possession out of this one with 4 0.7 on the clock. Nan's inbounding here.
Yeah, Newman staying with DeLeo on that weave play as the clock runs down and the ball, front iron, back iron, doesn't fall. And the Knights now come to the bench with a 10-point lead. The Monarchs really did a lot of work there without Hicks in the game. Not sure if it was just rest because the Knights didn't have Garish in the game, but the Monarchs shooting 5 for 16. Without Hicks in the game, they were really struggling.
10 3-pointers taken from the Knights in this first quarter. Probably going to cool off in terms of attempts going forward, but when you're making them shooting 4 to 10 is not bad right now. Huge stat. Katie and Nan, although they did rest a good little bit in the middle there, both held scoreless in the first quarter. So if you're a Knights fan, the scoring of both Emma Camden and Anna Singer from beyond the arc has led to this 10-point lead. And so you're happy going forward. And for the Monarchs, Anaya Tate with 4, Kylie Hicks with 4, but just struggling to get anything going offensively. And that's probably a test to the Knights' incredible size and defensive pressure. You see Emma Camden, Anna Singer pressuring these ball handlers incredibly well. And then the size of Nan, Katie, and Courtney able to control the rebounds in this game. It was a good first quarter if you're a Knights fan.
And if you're an Emma Camden fan as well, I know her family and supporters are here. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. That's a great stat line for the first quarter.
Yeah, Emma Camden is going to play the majority of this game. Expect her to continue to do more of that, as Nan with great effort right there playing the passing lanes. The defensive intensity for the Knights is underrated. They are incredibly aggressive on the defensive end in these half-court sets, switching screens and keeping hands up. Just nothing easy, as right there, Courtney McCrolla, hands up, perfect contest on the layup.
Yeah, the Knights hold their opponents to 34 shooting percentage of 34.9 for the season, and in conference 34.3. So it's just a pretty incredible stat, holding your opponents to that low of a shooting percentage. The Knights, they're only averaging about 6 points more per game than their opponents, but they're just doing a great job on the defensive end, holding their opponents to a low shooting percentage.
Absolutely.
21% for the three-pointers as well in terms of their defensive capabilities.
Forcing bad shots is something the Knights are incredibly good at, as Courtney takes a hard foul right there, going to the rack. But yeah, incredible, aggressiveness leads to this winning streak that the Knights are on, and all things looking good here for the Knights with this 12-point lead in this second period.
The Monarchs had a 6-game winning streak just prior to their last game against Greensboro, where they lost pretty handily, but they came into that game with a 6-game winning streak. As I mentioned, a 7-5 record, 5-2 in conference. They're doing a great job in the USA South. Definitely going to be a continued test. These ladies are not going to go away, down by 13, but expect the Monarchs to work hard for Coach McNair and stay in this game. There's a three-point attempt. Doesn't find any basket, but the rebound goes to the Monarchs. Second try doesn't fall, and the Knights now in some transition. 3-on-2. McCrolla with the right-hander, tried the up and under, can't get it to fall. Ball will go over to the gold and green.
Yeah, you love to see the Knights pushing in transition like that. Nan feeding up the court to Courtney. Unfortunately, Courtney couldn't get the roll. Love to see her jump stop there, be able to gather and dish or get a more high percentage look. But love to see the Knights pushing in transition and the unselfish play of passing it ahead rather than trying to beat that through dribbling.
Irizarry brings the ball up, triggers to the high post. That's Anaya Tate with a great handoff.
Yeah,
Mania drives in, unable to finish, but will go to the charity stripe for 2.
That little weave dribble handoff thing right there got Nia right into a position to put her shoulder down and draw contact right there. If the Knights defenders, you got to step in front of those dribble handoffs and stop them in their tracks. With that full speed momentum, they'll get straight to the rack.
Yeah, or switch that off quickly and see if you can't step up and force the redirect on that. Lynch clearly wants to get to the bucket. She took that three-pointer that airballed, but followed it up with a drive like that. Unfazed by the shooting, getting 2 points. Other ways, here she steps up. They're in a man. They look like they were in a man-to-man there now. The transition off the turnover. The Knights come back with their own turnover, and the little floater in the front of the rim doesn't go, but Christensen gets her rebound, goes back up strong, and will go for the and one.
Great positioning right there from Nan. She gets her body in great position for the first layup. Unfortunately, can't get the roll. Able to not give up on the play, get that ball back, draw the contact, and one to the free throw line. Great play right there from Nan.
Singer checking back in. She came in for Addison Newman. Singer leads the Knights in three-point attempts on the season. She's got, three-point percentage. She shoots 45% for the season. Camden she's second to Emma Camden, 48%. Camden leads the team with 31 three-pointers attempted. Anna Singer has 20 three-pointers attempted, shooting 45%. Singer also shooting 41% for the season. Katie Garish leads the Knights with 50% shooting percentage. Like her counterpart, Hicks has also not attempted a three-pointer on the season. Sometimes you just got to know your role.
Monarchs get it done from the free throw line. Consistently getting, to the rack, drawing fouls, getting to the line. Right there, the pair of Katie and Courtney, unfortunately, just a little aggressive on the swing. Got to keep their hands up vertical because they're looking for contact. They're not looking for layups.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. They've done a decent job today, but for the season, only shooting 54% are the Monarchs from the free throw line. And there, Nicola able to get strong underneath the defense and finish. She's really playing with so much confidence compared to, I feel like, the way she played last year. Just really worked hard in the offseason.
Yeah, incredible story. Courtney McCullough, aggressive to the rack. She tried that up and under and couldn't get it earlier. Goes back to the same move. Gets it in this time. Great play right there from McCullough.
Zytifa Jones was trying to keep that ball out of the hands of the Knights. The Knights did get the deflection. It'll stay Monarchs ball, but Zytifa Jones is lucky that the Knights are still on the defensive end, and here she is triggering for the Monarchs. Rosari takes the high pick, gets underneath, but the athleticism of Christensen gets the block. There was a little confusion there. The ball did go out of bounds with only 1 second left on the shot clock, Skylar. Be interested to see what the Monarchs do right here.
Yeah, not a lot of time to control that ball and knock down a shot, but looks like they're doing a little pop to try to get a quick three-pointer at the top of the key, but incredible play on defense right there from Nan. The confidence to let your girl go by you so you can jump from behind her and send that shot away.
Are you saying she set her up? You're saying that was a chess move?
She absolutely set her up. She flexed
A
after the
chess
play.
move.
She knew what she was doing. Incredible play from Nan. You've seen her do that 100 times. If you're a Knights fan, Nan is a baller.
You do love the way that Anissa is easy. I got to say her last name right. It's different. Irizarry. The way she gets to the hole, the way she drives, left-handed, right-handed. Really great ball handler, very aggressive. The Monarchs just need to start hitting these shots.
Yeah, try to pop it up to the middle here. Great back cut. Unfortunately, she walks with it, but great back cut. The play was designed to have her pop up, but she realized the defender was playing like that, cuts to the middle, and unfortunately walks with it. But great heads-up play right there.
Irizarry looked like she was open for just a second underneath. You're right. They had to do a lot to make that play happen. And the Knights capitalize on the turnover as Anna Singer hits a three-pointer.
Anna Singer, three three-pointers.
Too,
yeah,
right?
absolutely. She's taking great shots. She's not forcing anything. Feet were set. Launched it.
That looked really nice coming off the hands of Lynch. I think she felt like that was going in. She was walking back, getting ready to celebrate that three. Just didn't go for her. The Monarchs have some really fantastic basketball players. Things just aren't clicking for them right now. I mean, you can see why they've won 7 games and 5 in conference. Just not falling for them right now. They're getting to the hole. They're not settling for bad shots. It's not falling for them right now.
Yeah, 7 offensive rebounds right now for the Knights, just controlling the boards, making sure they're getting multiple possessions every time they're down there. And then the biggest stat of the day for the Knights right now, 10 assists in this first half, comparing to Monarchs' 1 assist. The Knights are moving the ball around that zone and getting great looks. And you said it, the Monarchs are getting good looks themselves, just unfortunately can't get things to roll. But right there, she did number 23.
That's Hicks.
Hicks knocks that down.
Right, if you're going to do anything to get back in this game right now, I think it's going to be on the back of Hicks. They need to get her the ball more. She's got a great shot inside, outside. They just need to get her the ball.
That mid-range game is on point right there as Courtney just can't get that one to roll. But yeah, she had that LaMarcus Aldridge face up right there and just pulls it up confidently. 1 step in front of that three-point line. It's a nice shot.
Yeah, her 15-foot game is strong. And they're going to need – that was the first time we've really seen her get the ball, square up, and do the things that she did that we saw in the first 2 minutes of the game. Quick stoppage in play to fix the game clock. 29 seconds, so just 27 seconds on the shot clock. They fixed that.
Big substitution here. Knights putting in Garish back into the game. Garish 5 rebounds on the day, but yet to get involved in the scoring column. Would love to see her be aggressive with the ball with Courtney and Nan out right now. A little in and out game between her, Anna, and Emma. Will get those three-pointers continue to fall and get Katie involved in the scoring.
You saw Irizarry there get inside again, get herself to the free throw line. She's really great going to that left hand. She's a right-handed shooter. You see her taking that right-handed shot from the line. But she is good left-handed. In fact, I think she prefers to drive left-handed. She just hasn't finished them as much. Again, this 54% free throw shooting, and Irizarry misses both, and they're going to need to hit those to get back in this game. On the season, Irizarry's a 45% free throw shooter.
Yeah, that's what you need to do right now with this lineup, with these 4 shooters on the floor, with Nan running that Katie running that 5 spot. You got to go in and out. They respecting those shooters is a great drive and bucket right there.
Zytifa joins.
Zytifa, nice play right there.
But Chesterfield, South Carolina native.
Just
great job.
Shakes the defender and goes straight to the rack. And no help side defense there.
That ball doesn't find any rim. Trying to get it back, though, was Newman. Good passing, finishes to Hicks. Hicks not able to put it in. Not like her. She'll finish most of those. She is a 49% field goal percentage shooter.
Yeah, great little kick through the baseline drive and got that spot down there on the baseline jumper. Just couldn't get it to fall. I am liking the aggression on both sides. The refs are letting things go. Both teams playing pretty aggressive. But a little contact right there before that timeout.
Yeah, once you put 2 hands on them out there, Lynch really kind of pushing Camden off of her line with 2 hands. I mean, you got to call that. There's a concerted effort to make sure that the defense in college basketball is being played without the handsy play, and we see that call right there on Lynch because of that. But Eminia Lynch is a physical player, both on the offense side and the defensive side. Hicks now leads the team with the Monarchs with 6 points. Anaya Tate with 5. Zatifa Jones has 2 points. Hicks also leading her Monarch squad with 3 rebounds. Going over to the Knights side, Anna Singer now leading scorer for the Knights off those 3-pointers, 9 points. She's got 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Camden with 7 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. And Nan Christensen also has 3 rebounds and 5 points. We saw her with the block. We've got her with an assist. And again, as you mentioned, Garish finally gets on the scoring board with 2 points, shooting only 1 for 4. The Knights overall shooting 40% and the Monarchs shooting 28%. As notable though, 0 for 3 from the 3-point line. The Knights are 5 of 11, shooting 45%. Coach Harmon, he'll take that. Camden looks to add to that. A 3-pointer from the wing finds no basket, no rim at all. And Hannah Evans will bring her team back down to the other side of the court.
Yeah, you mentioned Coach Harmon down there for the Knights. That's a shot he's willing to give Emma right there as Nan plays that passing lane in the air to the rack. Just can't get it to fall.
Yelling at herself on the other end. You know, Nan is deceptively long and athletic. She can jump, but she's also got a frame that really lets her get up. And Coach Harmon saying, hey, we'll take the steal. Don't worry about the finish. You'll get the next one, move on. That could be a difficult thing, Skylar. You know, what's your mentality when you miss the ball? You know, what's the quarterback's mentality when they throw an interception?
Yeah, absolutely. You got to learn to turn the page, especially in a game like basketball where you have to turn the page 150 times a game. Nan is, you know, a resilient player. She'll continue to be aggressive, and with a big lead like this, the emphasis should be continuing to control rebounds. Nan herself averaging about 8.6 rebounds a game, needs to continue to be aggressive on the glass and get out of this game with a win.
Trinity Ross with the great steal. Emma Camden returns the favor, finds the bounce pass, tries to get the ball to Singer, gets it there, but Singer gets underneath, gets it to Savannah Christensen, who can't finish again. And then we get a jump ball called with Camden and Melissa DeLeo getting on the ground, doing what coaches want. Ball on the ground, you're on the ground.
Yeah.
Love the effort out of both those players.
I said it earlier, you're going to get effort out of Emma Camden right there. And regardless of the possession arrow, the effort to get down there and stop the clock right there and get everybody a breather and continue to move on. Great effort right there from Emma Camden.
And DeLeo, right? Both of them getting down there. And, you know, Camden has I just love the way she plays the game in a possession-by-possession sense. She didn't, you know, she missed a shot, she made a shot, she's on the defensive end. But you see that throughout. I love what the Schroeders have done with this team in terms of their focus on defense and effort. We're getting, you know, one of the stats, you'll see this with a lot of coaches, especially in the higher levels of college basketball, where in practice they're statting deflections. And deflections are a great key to how active is your defense. Because, you know, if you just depend on steals as a stat, you're not going to really get the true picture of how active your players are being. And one of the things we've seen in this game is a lot of deflections off the Knights' hands. And we're not seeing as much of that from the Monarchs right now. I'd like to see them get their hands in the passing lane a little more, disrupt the passing of the Knights, but they're just not as long. They're I think, a less athletic team overall, just if nothing else because of the height and the length of the Knights compared to the Monarchs.
Yeah, absolutely. The Knights' defensive aggressiveness has led to 4 steals in this first half. You know, that's an incredible mark. As Nan finally gets one to roll, just gets great body positioning right there, turns the corner, knocks that down. I think that's, 7 points for Nan after a back-to-back misses at the rack.
Camden did a great job putting that ball in a place where Nan could turn with it. Exactly what you want. When you feel a player overplaying you on one side and you can get somebody that can give you the ball on the opposite side where when you spin, you seal them off, she really gave a strong point out to Camden running up the course. Like, that basket was all you, dog. And then Garish called for the foul, and it'll send Hicks to the line. This is good for the Monarchs, good for the Hicks, good for Hicks to get to the line, see the ball go through the basket, see if she can get back on track. She hits both, and the Knights will bring the ball down with Newman at the point. Monarchs in a man-to-man situation. Great job on the defensive side from Lissa DeLeo.
Great finish right there from Nan. Little collision underneath the basket.
So the Monarchs will bring the ball back down. The Knights take a little impromptu timeout, gathering around. All right, the defense for the Knights results in a foul called on the Monarchs.
I believe they called that on number 4, Tay Tabern.
So we've gotten some information. We weren't really privy to this, so full disclosure, but we've gotten a little note from the Schroeders here who let us know so head coaching today is Shay Ziegner, and she's the acting head coach, and Mike Harmon is the assistant. Apologize to Shay, and she's doing a fantastic job. I was interested because watching in the timeouts, she was the one leading all the timeouts and not really knowing the situation. So the Schroeders shot us a text. Thank you, Lynette and Brett out there, for letting us know and keeping us straight. That's what they do really well, try to keep us from messing this thing up. And Shay Ziegner is a fantastic coach. She's an assistant with the Schroeders, and she's doing what a great opportunity for her to step out in a conference game, lead this team in the timeouts and getting them ready pregame, making adjustments during games. So she's clearly doing a fantastic job as the Knights now lead 37-18.
Yeah, you love to see the players interacting with Shay. You know, I've had the opportunity to be at and observe practices for this Knights women's team, and Shay has a hand in almost everything that they're doing, whether that be physically scrimmaging and playing with the girls to fill in, and as well as coaching and being that player coach. Does an incredible job there. So yeah, big shouts out to Shay Ziegner on that one. About a minute and a half left in this second period. 20-point game here for the Knights.
Great cut and pass from Hicks to Ross, but Ross not able to handle the pass. She did a great backdoor cut. Christensen getting to the key again. I mean, she's doing a great job getting to within 3 or 4 feet of the basket. They're just not falling for as much. But you keep doing that. Shooter's got to shoot. Driver's got to drive. Inside out move, but Christensen puts the ball back into the hands of her teammates. McCrolla finds Camden on the give and go fast break basketball for the Knights in transition.
That was amazing right there. Again, Nan with the incredible timing sends it away, but then instant offense as the Knights flip the switch, get the ball moving up. Courtney McCrolla unselfishly turns great, gets positioning, draws the defenders, feeds it to Emma Camden, easy layup. Great way, as we are ending this half, about 24 seconds left in this second period. That's a great way to, keep that momentum going into the locker room at halftime. Emma Camden consistently getting it done for the Knights. Courtney McCrolla getting it done.
It's really kind of a microcosm of how the Knights been playing throughout the season where, the back, that was not Christensen's man. She stepped in, she got the block, but then the quick transition, the unselfish play, really highlighting what the Schroeders are trying to do with this team. And they're playing really great in transition, but it's not forced. They'll take it when it's there. They've got really good experience play now that I think Coach Lynette Schroeder is taking advantage of that experience and really trying to help her team figure out how to play smart basketball and with effort, and it starts on the defensive end, and it clearly is translating. That should have been a foul. Foul is called on Ross as she goes over the back of Savannah Christensen, and Savannah Christensen is taking advantage of every defender that gets on her in the key. She is posting up. She is really taking advantage of the fact that she is bigger than every guard out there right now.
Yeah, when Nan has the ball, it is a clear goal to get straight to the rack and take that contact and get to the free throw line, or get the easy buckets. Nan making effort to position the smaller defender in a high post situation, especially with both Courtney and Katie not scoring a whole lot in the post. Nan stepping into that role is huge. It's a great drive right there.
Right. Just before the clock runs out, we see Anissa Irizarry get to the rack again, and she has been doing this consistently all game long. Really impressive. The athleticism, Melissa DeLeo, we see out of, in this case right now, we saw Anissa Irizarry get to the basket. We've seen it out of Emania Lynch. There's some really great athleticism and ball handling skills from the guard play of the Monarchs. They just really haven't been able to finish. And then when you go to the free throw line, they're 6 of 10, 60%, which is actually over their season average. And this one will not fall for Irizarry. 2 seconds left on the game clock. Knights up by 22. Irizarry takes her second and gets that one to fall. The full court press, just trying to slow the Knights down, not give up any easy baskets or full court attempt shots. So, Shay Zeigner will take her team back into the locker room with Coach Mike Harmon in assistance as the Knights do a fantastic job in this first half. Looking over the stats, where do you think Skylar is standing out to you?
Well, I mentioned earlier at one of the breaks, the Knights were a 10-point advantage in the assist column, and at the break here at the half, still stands 13 assists to the Monarchs 3. The Knights are facing that 3-2 zone and are handling themselves incredibly well, moving the ball in and out. We've seen Nan, Courtney, and Katie all get great looks around the basket, and that's due to the incredible passing and ball control by the guards. We've seen Emma Camden and Anna Singer knock down shots from the three-point arc, both with 9 points in the day. Nan leading all scorers with 12. And then over there for the Monarchs, they're getting to the free throw line and are shooting a 7 of 12 mark right now, which could be improved on going forward. Kylie Hicks with 8 points. They've only taken 3 3-pointers in that first half, so they're looking to get it done around the rack, and the Knights need to continue going forward and not fouling. I believe Nan has 2 fouls, staying out of foul trouble, and continue to move the ball around and lead in that total rebound column, which they're doing now 26 to 15. The Monarchs going forward need to crash the boards and get some offensive rebounds.
And the points in the paint really showing that the Knights are better in terms of getting the ball inside. They have a kind of an overall bigger team, and we can't say that for all the teams that they've played. They've played a few teams that have definitely had a size advantage on the Knights, but here with 20 points in the paint compared to 10 for the Monarchs. Also, Anna Singer and Taylor Miyazaki adding to the point total, so points from the bench. The Knights lead 14-4. And just every category right now is kind of favoring the Knights, even some of the ones that we're not really talking about, like the deflections The Knights tying the ball up on the defensive end.
8 turnovers in the first half for Methodist, and a lot of that was simply the Knights playing the passing lanes and capitalizing on lazy, slower passes and taking that in transition. And the Knights were scoring in transition as well, which will continue to build this lead going forward. If you're a Knights fan, you're incredibly happy. And for the Monarchs going forward, they need to continue to get to the basket, but we got to see some fall in through, see some and one attempts, and then see if we can spread the ball around if you're the Monarchs and knock down some threes.
And see what, get the ball to Hicks' hands. I mean,
Absolutely.
She's a great shooter, 50% from the field. She needs to have the ball in her hands. And it doesn't seem like there's a concerted effort to find her in that second quarter. They're getting Irizarry, Joins, Lynch, all getting to the bucket, but the drive and the kick, find Hicks. She can put the ball in the basket. And if they're going to get back in this, down by 21, I really think that they need to see her taking more shots.
Absolutely, yeah. The rest of this half is going to be decided on that rebounding margin. If you ask me, the Knights need to continue to control that the rebounds, and looking forward to a great second half.
We have about 10 minutes till we'll join you again, and I'll go over a couple of things that we feel like both the Monarchs and the Knights need to do going forward. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Knights Arena as we begin the second half of this contest between the Southern Virginia University Knights women's basketball team and the Methodist University Monarchs. The Knights sitting on a 21-point lead, very comfortable under the capable leadership of Shay Ziegner, stepping in for Lynette Schroeder and assistant coach Brett Schroeder, who are not in the arena this afternoon. I was actually corrected, Skylar, that Mike Harmon is a consultant, not an assistant coach. He's officially a consultant.
He's stepping into a consultant role for the women's team. I like that.
Yeah. And as we mentioned, the Knights leading in most every category through that first half, led by Savannah Christensen, the senior out of Hawaii, Kahuku High School. You may not know this. Well, I'm not saying you, but the listening world out there in the interwebs, she's a twin. And I'm sure her sister watching in, very proud of her efforts on her 12 points in that first half. She's a big sushi aficionado, and I'd love to get her some sushi from my boy Toma up at Foods of All Nations in Charlottesville. Skylar, we need to make a run up there.
That sounds terrific. I'm used to that Kroger sushi.
Yeah, so this is so much better than the Kroger sushi. Very affordable, though, if you're ever in Charlottesville.
Well, and speaking to Nan, one of the most aggressive basketball players to come through here. Just incredible, incredible athlete. But, yeah, also entrepreneur, runs businesses, does super well for herself out here in Buena Vista. Great athlete.
Camden, a little too much with the body, and it was on the shot. Excellent drive from Trinity Ross. Ross will go to the charity stripe. In that first half, Ross did not get on the scoreboard. Looking to get there right now. Misses the front end. She'll take her second shot. Trying to get on the scoreboard. She did have 3 rebounds. And it rims out. Circles out of that. Still not on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Monarchs continuing to struggle from the free throw line. Great defensive play right there from number 30 for the Monarchs.
Yeah, Ross doing it on both ends.
Yeah, Trinity Ross right there. Hands, kept her hands low and made contact with the ball and swiped that away. Lucky Knights retained possession here.
The Knights come back. Ziegner puts in the same 5 starting players that the Knights began the contest with. And Camden just short on that little runner.
Yeah, that was a nice little dribble move right there from Camden, able to cross in front of as the travel's called, cross in front of the defender, but yeah, just can't get that little floater to roll in.
Nia Tate travels as she tried to get the ball into the post and find one of her teammates. Great job denying the ball for the Knights, forcing that travel.
Knights need to be aggressive here on offense to get to the free throw line. Monarchs shooting 14 free throws today, 7 for 14, whereas the Knights only able to get to the free throw line 7 times. And Nan, I believe, has 5 of those herself. So love to see Courtney and Katie get to the free throw line and knock those down, as they've done in the past. The Knights have proven to be a good free throw shooting team.
2 quick fouls. 2 quick team fouls. That one called on Imania Lynch. I believe that will be her 3rd foul. Garish a little hard. Christensen unable to finish.
Now, those are good looks right there off the inbound. Katie able to get that little jumper, and then Nan able to get the rebound and get that little jumper. But you'd love to see them be patient on offense and not force quick little jumpers, rather get to the rack and knock down those free throws.
Hicks finding Tate underneath. Tate with the air ball initially. Hicks gathers in the free ball and then finds Tate underneath the basket, and that time she finishes, cutting the lead to 19. Camden comes off that pick, looking for McCrolla to roll, and McCullough got sealed off. Cameron, just assuming she would be there, turns the ball over, and Irizarry will bring the ball up as the point guard for the Monarchs.
Yeah, it was a great idea right there from Camden. Just poor execution between the pair of them on that little two-man game down there. But Knights spreading out right here, playing the passing lanes. Emma Camden.
Hicks does a great job getting on the floor again. Ball's on the floor, you're on the floor. I watched my wife as a basketball coach for a number of years up in Charlottesville, coaching the Albemarle High School team. They'd run a drill where you basically roll the ball out, and they call it the hamburger drill. Roll the ball out, dive on the ground, end up with raspberries all over your elbows and your knees, but forcing that concept of when the ball's on the ground, you got to get on the ground. Hicks did a great job getting down there, getting that ball, the timeout coming from Coach McNair.
It seems like every time there's a effort play, loose ball, 50-50 ball, it seems that Emma Camden's the one putting the body out on the line and reaching for that. But yeah, Hicks able to get down and get possession of the ball, and then great heads up knowledge right there. Head coach Cheryl McNair able to call a timeout and keep possession with the Monarchs before Camden was able to force that jump ball or create a turnover like we've seen her do in the past.
Yeah, really, when you watch this Methodist program, Coach McNair was a 20-year assistant at Methodist, and in 2017, going into the 2017-2018 season, she took over the head job. And since then, she improved by a couple games, wins, ended up getting 5 wins in her first season, did better the second season. And here she's already, with this team, got 5 conference wins, 7-5 overall, clearly making a mark on the Methodist women's basketball program after being assistant for so long.
Well, absolutely. And this Methodist team across the board is young, boasting only freshmen and sophomores all over their entire roster. So a lot of room to develop. You have high-scoring talent that is, still developing as their freshmen and sophomores. But yeah, a lot to look forward to for the Monarchs. It's a great pass ahead from Courtney right there to Katie, able to knock that down for the bucket.
Right, the transition there of moving the ball up from the rebound, getting the ball to half court quickly with passing, and then Katie Garish running the court like a boss, able to finish as, I think it was elbows or heads that came together right there into the nose. The Monarchs.
Not sure exactly what happened, but a little incidental contact to the nose, it looks like. Training staff will take care of. Not sure who's down.
Yeah, that was the shoulder. So that's Anaya Tate that's down. Ran into the shoulder of her teammate Anissa Irizarry. Athletic training staff out there taking care of her along with the assistant coach. I believe that's Nicholas Munn, the assistant coach. So far, just 2 points from each team here in the third quarter. 7:22 left in the quarter. Tate is off the floor. Looks like she'll be dealing with a bloody nose. I'm sure she'll get back in there. Tough kid. It'll be the Monarchs ball as Trinity Ross gets it into Irizarry. The dribble handoff, weave.
Yeah, you see him switching the screens there, trying to avoid that presentation. We talked about that earlier. Great coaching adjustment right there, or coaching preparation right there, and able to make that adjustment and stop those drives, forcing a bad shot.
Irizarry with the steal. She comes down, surveys the land. Doesn't find the pass, takes the shot. Falls off the front rim, and the Knights now in transition. Ball deflected off the knee of Emma Camden, and it'll be a turnover coming the other way in the hands of Irizarry.
Yeah,
Great effort on transition defense from both teams there.
Yeah, you love the effort of the Knights to push in transition, but the heads-up play to see the ball low right there. Emma Camden driving with the ball low, able to swipe that away.
Garish just putting the clamps down on that drive from Hicks. The freshman getting a little bit of a lesson from the senior. And Garish coming out now as Coach Ziegner, keeping her fresh. Coming in for the Knights is Anna Singer.
Katie Garish, third in the conference with blocks this season, just right there with Khadijah Moore out of Greensboro and Kira Williams, William Peace. But Katie Garish, 22 blocks already early on this season.
So speaking of kind of overall conference play, Christensen is 7th in the conference with 16 points a game, and Garish is 12th in the conference with 13 points a game. Both just do a great, I mean, it's a great, one of the best 1-2 combination punches in the conference. Good shot there from Zaitifa Joins.
Yeah, definitely one of the the best combos in the conference, and definitely defensively one of the strongest combos. And you see right there the third piece to that right there. Courtney McCrolla, who is respective around the board herself, able to box out, get that offensive board and put it back. I believe that was offensive rebound number 11 for the Knights on the day. I believe they had 10 in that first half, so great to see her active on the boards.
Yeah, the Knights getting the play from McCrolla and Camden and Singer, really rounding out the play from Christensen and Garish is what making them so dangerous on the offensive end. But you see Hicks right there. You cannot let her get that ball in a clean shot.
Just so steady from the mid-range.
Yep. Foul called on Hicks on the floor. That's only Hicks' first foul. The 4th team foul for the Monarchs.
Sophie Wright subbing in for the Knights. Great spacing right there from Courtney. And following through, Savannah Christensen, heads up play, able to get her 14th point of the night. Just 5 of 12 shooting, but still able to get it done today. 6 rebounds as well for Nan. 7 rebounds, excuse me.
In for the Knights, Sophie Wright. D'ing up Irizarry. There's the 15-footer from Hicks, and that one falls short as McCrolla gets a hand in the face. Which is what you're going to have to do to keep Hicks off the scoreboard. Hicks now looks like she might be subbing out as Coach McNair looks to put Shelby Parker into the game. We've got a timeout. It's an immediate timeout. And Shay Ziegner will gather the starters. It looks like they might have Garish coming back in.
Yeah, in this last 5 minutes here in this third period, the Knights would love to build a little bit more of a cushion here and get Katie and Nan involved in the points column, get them a couple more. Emma Camden and Anna Singer, both with 9 points in that first half, are still scoreless in this third quarter. Love to see a couple 3-point shots, go in, a couple good looks, continue to take care of the ball. The Knights with just 5 turnovers on the day, a lot of those in that third quarter, so need to take care of the ball and kind of go back to what they were doing in that first half and build up this lead and see if they can get some of their subs in who would love to play in front of this home crowd.
The Monarchs are missing their second leading scorer, Jessica Drake. So Hicks is 26th in the conference with 11 points a game. Jessica Drake is 28th in the conference at just under 11 points a game, 10.9 points per game. And she's not playing today, so I'm sure they're feeling the loss of that scoring.
Yeah, 27 minutes on average for Jessica per game, and that's leading her team. So definitely missed is her offense and just her production in general is obviously missed from the Monarchs. Great feed pass inside to Nan, but unfortunately she takes that contact and fades away. You'd love to see her go to the rack through the contact, but still able to draw the foul, and will earn him here at the line.
That's one of the first times we've seen Garish posting up and getting the ball inside. She hasn't had much opportunity in the first half to get the ball in the post.
Yeah, I think that's a deliberate attempt from the Knights. I think the ability for Katie to go ISO and put one person behind her like that is definitely in her bag, so you'd love to see the Knights work it around and do things that they're going to have to do in games going forward where Katie's going to face somebody more closer to her height that she can't take ISO every single play. So you'd love to see everybody getting involved, moving the ball around.
Joins looking to take the Knights one-on-one. She gets in, gets up, draws the foul. Looks like the foul will be on Anna Singer. Knights bench feeling like that was a block, not a foul. And Joins will hit the first of 2 shots. That's her 5th point on the afternoon. Her first free throw attempt. And she hits her second. So still down 21, kind of even play now, back and forth over these first 4 minutes or so. This time over the top to Garish as she takes advantage of the size discrepancy that she has over Shelby Parker. Shelby Parker trying to front on that. And if you go to front on that, which is not a bad idea from Parker, you've got to have help behind, and the Monarchs failed to bring that support behind, and the over-the-top pass is there. Traveling as the Monarchs Trinity Ross gets to the key, did a great job getting the key, but dragged that pivot foot when she tried to stop to shoot.
Yeah, great back-to-back possessions right there for the Knights on offense, able to get Katie involved offensively in a situation that is beneficial, that'll it's going to lead to good results. The Knights are spreading around the scoring. Savannah Christensen leading everybody with 14, but Emma and Anna both with 9, Katie with 8, Courtney with 7. Taylor able to knock down that early 3 in the first half, gave her 5 on another layup. You love to see more bench scoring out of the Knights. We saw Addison Newman be super aggressive in that first half, hasn't taken a shot in this third period, but has get it done with 4 assists on the day. Courtney McRolla also with 4 assists on the day, able to move it in and out and get these shooters open. The Knights have strayed away from that 3-point ball with this lead, and that's obvious, but you'd love to see the Knights continue to be aggressive from beyond the arc, knock down a couple more shots going into this fourth quarter.
Right, Shea Zigner, I'm sure, making a few adjustments where they're clearly wanting to get the ball down to Garish. This time Nan with a little pump fake coming in, gets underneath the block. But that's being triggered off the inside-out play. So Zigner asking the Knights now to make Garish a focal point of initiating the offense. The travel called on Ross with her second turnover in as many possessions. We'll see if the Knights continue to go down low to Garish.
Just what an athletic move from Garish to jump from nearly the free throw line, about the volleyball line, and able to double clutch that and able to get it back into the hoop.
On the last pass.
Excuse me, yes, you're right. Excuse me, Christensen.
Yeah, that was
awesome
right
there. And then great defensive pressure, continuously leading to travels down here on the other end. The Knights need to be aggressive and get some points off turnovers.
The Monarchs going to this trapping, aggressive 2-3 defense. Again, getting the ball down to Garish as the ball comes into the high post, and they turn, find Garish on the cut. Good offensive discipline from the Knights, both in spacing and running the play. Turnover, gets the ball into the hands of Joins. She can't finish. And triggering, it's sloppy ball all over the place. Ball's on the ground, ends up in the hands of Anna Singer. And the lefty will put the ball in. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. whatever the call you want to make for Singer, the ball just ended up her feet with no defenders around her.
Yeah, it just rolls right into her lap. What a play right there. But aggressive defense by Emma Camden. And then again, more defense straight to the rack. Unable to get it to roll, but a great play right there from Emma Camden sitting in that passing lane. But, yeah.
Good job from Taborn getting back and forcing that shot, the errant shot, and then the bank shot. Awesome job from DeLeo.
Yeah, Melissa DeLeo right there.
She really loves that left-handed dribble, stop and shoot, and it hasn't really gone for her earlier, but seeing that go down, here the Knights are getting the ball to Garish, inside-out play, swings the ball to the left-hand corner. Shot from right does not fall, but the rebound gathered in by Garish. She finishes the play and gets to the line. Foul called on Tay Taborn, the 5'2" freshman out of Salisbury. Not sure she's going to stop Katie Garish.
Great pass right there from Emma, but Katie able to stay in the play off of the rebound right there and stay in a position to score. Gets the beautiful feed high and just keeps it up. Gets it down. See if she can knock it down the free throw and go with it. 3-point play right there from Garish. Extends the lead to 30 points.
The Knights are in a man-to-man offense. They're going to call the illegal screen on 23. That's going to be on Hicks. As she tried to get DeLeo open. DeLeo really loves to come off that left-handed push. She'll do it in the dribble drive. She'll do it off the screen. Wants to get to that left-hand stop and pop. This time the foul called on the illegal screen on Hicks. Singer now with a quick three-pointer. Hits another one. She's on fire.
Anna Singer with her fourth three-pointer tonight. 14 points on the night. 3 Knights starters in double figures right now.
Shot from Lynch from the wing does not fall. Rebound falls to the hands of Newman, and Newman will push the ball up the court. The Knights in a transition. McCrolla looking to find Garish underneath. Garish a little late in attacking the basket when her defender turned her head. Monarchs get their hand on the ball. Good deflection. Knights with 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Great screen right there from Katie.
Getting to the 12-footer. Anna Singer stops and pops, as you mentioned, coming off the high screen.
6 of 8 shooting. Anna Singer, 16 points. Putting on a shooting display, taking good shots as Monarchs get a quick layup right there. Taking good shots and playing great defense. Anna Singer, 5 rebounds on the day to go with 3 assists as well. Anna Singer getting it done. Hasn't sat a lot this game. Has been playing the majority of this basketball game.
Great job earlier from DeLeo to get to the basket. The Knights answer with the jumper from Misaki.
Yeah, right there on that jumper from Misaki, the 20th assist for the Knights. They are moving the ball with a purpose and getting points off assists as number 15.
DeLeo again.
DeLeo
yeah,
knocks
five
down,
straight points for her.
Knocks down the three-point jump. Incredibly confident right there from deep.
She is not afraid to shoot. She can do it off the dribble. Mentioned that she likes to get to that left hand, which she did on the layup on the last one. This time she hits the three-pointer in the quick stop and shoot. A lot of aggressive play from Taborn as the shot clock winding down. Singer having to put it up. Not able to get the ball to the bucket. Thought she drew the foul. Misaki grabs the floating shot from Singer that was partially blocked. Not able to get it to go down as the third quarter comes to an end. Knights up by 32 points, extending that 21-point lead that they had coming into the third quarter. Knights with 26 points in the quarter, the Monarchs with 15. All the things that we had talked about at the end of the half, I think, have continued just trend-wise for the Knights. The Monarchs still struggling, 30% shooting on the afternoon, 1 of 5 from the three-point arc. 9 of 16 from the free throw line, hitting 56%. The Knights finished that quarter. They're 46% shooting, which is a great job for them. That's up above their 40% shooting on the year. Also, really impressive, 6 of 15, 40%, and hitting 8 of 10 from the three-point line. So that 40%, 6 of 15 of three-point shooting. The things that you talked about, though, have only been exasperated. The total rebounds for the Knights, 37 for the Knights, 19 for the Monarchs. And you mentioned that at the end of the first half.
I definitely did, and the Knights continue to dominate the glass. The stat that stands out to me, are the two big ones, are the assists. The Knights are leading 20 assists to 7. They are moving the ball deliberately with a purpose. And real quick, also, the offensive rebounding for the Knights, those second chance points are big. 12 offensive rebounds to the Monarchs, 4.
Leading to 18 second chance points. And here Katie Garish gets the ball underneath. Coach Ziegner really has done a great job using the halftime to make some adjustments and realizing that Garish is going to be in a really positive situation coming in this half. The block comes in from Christensen, I believe, again. Newman looks to get it back to Christian, running the court off the block. Cheered on by her teammates as she run past the bench. That is great effort from Christensen.
Unsung hero in this game, Addison Newman with 6 assists on 0 points. Hasn't been able to get it done in the points column, but is distributing the ball incredibly well for the Knights and is leading to easy buckets.
McCrolla gathers in that rebound, not able to finish. And DeLeo will bring the ball down for the Monarchs. Getting to her left hand again. This time, Garish gets her hand on the pass. Newman able to finish off the pass from Camden.
Great two-man play right there. Able to get Addison Newman on the board with that first bucket of the day. Just her first shot of the second half. Able to get that one in.
Hicks, not a threat from the three-point line, as we mentioned. But this is where she is a threat. The Knights fail to recognize that situation. Garish needs to step up when Hicks gets that ball. She's got a bump. You cannot get that, if somebody's going to come across the key. You have great block from Tate on Garish. But anytime somebody comes across the key, you've got to get an elbow in him. You can't let him get a free cut across. That's, fifth grade basketball. The Knights, I'm sure, going to watch that in film, and then the Schroeders will fix that. You got to be higher and recognize not only just anybody coming across the key on that free, but when it's the best player on the other team, and you don't recognize that, that's things that the Knights are going to have to fix when they're facing a little bit tougher competition.
Absolutely. Heads-up play to get the ball in front right there to Katie Garish.
Second block.
Yeah, but back-to-back blocks. First one was by Tate.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
by
that
Tate
as well. So great back-to-back plays. And then straight to the rack.
Great job from Lynch.
Lynch able to knock that one down.
Draws the foul from McCrolla, getting to the foul line. Knights still up by 34, but the Monarchs try to whittle this down. When you're in a situation like this, Coach McNair really wants to see her team finished. They want to see them be strong. You want to see, okay, this one might be lost, but how are we finishing? What's the character?
Well, I think if you're both teams right here, it's how you finish. If you're the Knights, you want to have a mistake-free fourth quarter. Continue to build on this lead, not make mistakes. Continue to do more of the same, as Courtney just can't get that one to fall.
Running down the court, looking skyward, like, what more do I have to do? The entry pass was fantastic. That's a tough entry pass over the top of the front of the defense. And then a great shot from Hicks. Finishing again. She is really good in the medium range game. Smooth, great shot, gets herself to good positions, knows her game, knows her strengths. The future bodes really well for that player, Kylie Hicks.
Yeah, quiet 14 points on 6 of 11 shooting. We talked about how Emma Camden and Anna Singer are able to take, good shots and not have to, shoot multiple shots to able to get their points. Kylie Hicks is doing, that exactly. Only 11 shots, able to knock down 14 points on 5 rebounds. Playing an incredible game and trying to will her team back into this one.
Coming to the scorers table to check in is Sophie Wright. Sophie Wright, the junior from Logan, Utah, went to Ridgeline High School. Psychology major. High school, she was student body officer, president of the Health Occupation Student Association, 4A All-Star team. And only negative thing about her I can say is she's a big Utah Jazz fan. I only kid for you people out there. I'm sorry. I know we have a lot of Utah Jazz fans that listen.
Smaller lineup out here for the Knights, looking to get the guards involved.
Right, with good defense. Great drive off the hands of Lynch. And Mania, again, that was she's a right-handed player, but getting to their left hands. Irizarry loves to do the same thing, but Anna Singer is not going to let the comeback happen. She hits her 5th three-pointer of the game.
Yeah, Anna Singer, 5 of 6.
Strong drive from Irizarry, getting the shoulder into her defender, forcing the defender to fall back as she jumps. Great lesson if you're watching a young player, sisters of these players watching, getting into the chest of your defender, pushing them back so they can't get a block out. It was a great drive from her. Knights now looking to...
Loving the way they're moving the ball.
Get it into the post. Draws the foul. Miyazaki will go to the foul line. There were only about 6 seconds left on the shot clock.
And for Anna Singer, who just with that last 3, her 5th of the day, gets her point total to 19 today on 7 of 10 shooting, which is her high score for this season. Had 17 home against Averett, but able to knock down that 19th point right there. Big deal for, I believe, the junior who's spent a good amount of time over here in Buena Vista, able to get that high score up on 5 of 6 from beyond the arc. Incredible shooting.
Yeah, the Houston, Texas native went to Klein Oak High School, a 5'8 junior. One of the best three-pointers the Knights, three-point shooters the Knights have had in the last several years. Great drive, pocket pass, finds her teammate Tate as Irizarry, just sweet little dime, and the finish from Tate.
Yeah, the Monarchs are getting looks around the rim right now with no true 4 or 5 really on the court, for the Knights. This small ball, unfortunate Emma caught traveling a little bit. Subbing in for the Knights is Allie McRolla.
Alyssa's first foray into the game this afternoon. She's a sophomore, as you may surmise, the younger sister of Courtney McCrolla.
Plays a little different game than Courtney, obviously, with the size difference. Plays a little bit more from beyond the arc. Hope she gets active. Also, Barrett checking into the game. Barrett, another capable shooter. Great pump fake right there by Taylor. Able to get her defender in the air and then finish.
Yeah, and the assisty goes to McCrolla, just getting in, and then gets the assist and the block from Newman. That very physical play from Irizarry results in an and-one situation for her. Love her game. The way that she's able to go either hand, the way that she plays real physical. She's not tall. She's only 5'5". She's only a freshman.
Yeah, she took about 3 tries from that block, and the third time it went in. So aggressive through multiple, instances of contact. Finally, that third foul is called, and she's just able to roll it in somehow, just will it in. What an incredible play right there from the freshman. Down a lot here with about 4 minutes left and still fighting incredibly hard are the Monarchs, getting buckets down here.
She's only averaging 3 points per game. That puts her at 7 points. She'll be shooting for her 8th point, more than double of her season average. But the way she's playing, it really does not look like she's a freshman, and it certainly doesn't look like somebody who's only taken 37 shots on the year. She also, like her teammate Hicks, has yet to take a 3-point shot. So, if you're scouting-wise, if you're a Knight you know, somebody that has taken a three-point shot, you just want to step back, say, go ahead and shoot. I'll give that to you all day.
Absolutely. You know, you use the length and try to keep them in front of you rather than getting the rack. But I love the minutes we're seeing from both the bench of the Monarchs and the bench of the Knights right now, with Nan, Katie, and Courtney and as well as Anna and Emma taking rests. Love to see what this bench can do in this small remaining time. You know, great teams have great benches, and so you'd love to see this Knights second unit, you know, get some work in here and continue to be aggressive. And for the Monarchs, who are continuously probing into that Knights defense and getting layups the last couple possessions, they need to continue to do that and try to finish this game strong.
For the Monarchs, they have all their starters in except for Joins. Joins is the fifth player on the team. Didn't start, but has got a lot of playing time. Kind of their sixth man. What a great pass by Wright and a finish from Newman. That transition play was phenomenal from the Knights. And that is, you know, off of those foul shots made or missed to be able to transition that quick. And here's Joins with the great inside-out move. Gets to her left hand. Goes to a right-handed floater. Can't finish. And Newman will look to trigger. McCrolla had a chance to swing that ball over to Misaki. Instead, fakes the pass, picks up the pivot foot, and called for a travel.
Yeah, good idea getting to the rack. But, yeah, you'd like to see her, you know, either move that ball around the perimeter or try to be a little bit more deliberate and keep that foot down. Those shuffles, haven't seen a whole lot of the shuffles being called by the Knights. Just a couple turnovers on the day, 7th on the entire day.
Lima Mulitalo also in now for the Knights, the sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland. The Mulitalo clan is a staple here at Southern Virginia University. Her father is the head football coach. She's got a sister on the lacrosse team.
Yeah, Lima able to come back and play after her mission. Played a little bit before. Good to see her getting minutes late here. And a rebound right there for Lima.
Yeah, she was in New Hampshire for the last year and a half before coming back here. Plays the ukulele and speaks Portuguese. McCrolla kicks the ball out to Wright. Wright with a nice pump fake, gets in closer, draws the foul. She'll go to the foul line.
Yeah, Sophie Wright has the jump shot, but an underrated dribbler has the ability to shake defenders right there. You saw a real confident shake with that left hand, pull-up jumper, able to draw the contact, send herself to the line. 11 of 15 of the day right now for the Knights, right close to that 80% mark.
Ball does not go in for Mulitalo. Not sure. That might have been one of her first. That might have been her first points of the season.
She was frustrated, a little bit smiling though, as she just couldn't get that one to roll. But great defense right there from Sophie Wright in the paint, playing incredible defense with her defender with the basket.
I take it back. Sorry, Lima. She has 3 baskets on the season. So, and
it might have been her first home basket.
There you go. Crunk checking in also. Madison Crunk, the Georgia native, out of Evans High School in Augusta. Freshman. And the rebound for the younger McCrolla. Outlets to Crunk. Crunk surveys. Garrett also in. Garrett Jessup, the senior from Salt Lake City Skyline High School. Crunk gets that right hand. Off the left-handed dribble into the key, unable to finish.
Yeah, Crunk, another member of this young unit for the Knights with a lot of upside, incredible ball handle, another nice jump shot as well. Love to see what she's going to do going forward for the Knights.
Jessup, computer science major, big snowboarder when she's back in Utah. Misses that jumper. And Hicks gathers the rebound.
That's a shot Barrett can make, continue to develop her game. She'll be knocking those down.
Nice Euro move getting inside, but can't finish. was Tate. Sorry, it was Joins. Coach Shea Zigner calling for a timeout. Really just wanted to get the subs on the court with 1:33 left. Madison Staples coming in for the Knights, as well as J.D. O'Bray. J.D. O'Bray, a freshman from Calgary, Alberta. And Staples, a freshman from Hurricane, Utah. Yes, that is Hurricane, spelled like hurricane.
Yeah, these are valuable minutes here for this young unit for the Knights with such great senior leadership and experience. A lot of these younger players won't see a whole lot of time, so great to see them getting involved against a formidable team and then against this home crowd too. Great
Sierra Owen, the senior, is also checked in, and there you see Madison Staples, Maddie, the freshman, able to finish. Madison Staples, that's her second bucket on the season. So she's 2 for 3 on the season. The turnover, great job from Hannah Evans jumping that ball.
And another one.
Another one from Sierra. Not seeing the defense there from Hannah Evans. This time Maddie Staples
gets the ball across the line here.
As you mentioned, it's a young group working through the kinks. Great job by the Knights to just get the ball. Now they're settled. You're up by 31. And the three-pointer from Madison Crunk. She stops and pops.
That is what I would call a why not shot right there. You're late into the shot clock. Good high ball screen set right there from Lima. Separation for the shot. Why not? Knocks it down. Incredible shot right there from the freshman.
And putting the Knights up by 34 points. And Irizarry just content to kind of work through the offense here. Gets to her left hand where she's really good. The right-handed floater doesn't fall. 2 seconds left. Clock runs out. Game is over. Knights by 34. The Knights extend their overall record to 10-3, 6-0 in the conference, 7-game winning streak. The Knights were led by Anna Singer with 19 points, Savannah Christensen with 18, Katie Garish with 15, and Taylor Misaki with 10 points. Camden McCrolla both with 9. So great effort all the way around by the Knights. Love the effort and what we saw out of the Monarchs. Things are looking up for Cheryl McNair's team. Relative to where they've been the last few years, they've clearly got the talent to compete. They're young, you mentioned that. This is a team that's going to be up and coming. If they can find a little bit more height, keep adding to the athleticism that they already have, this is a team that can make some noise in the conference.
Absolutely, yeah. You mentioned it, and I mentioned it earlier. A young team for the Monarchs that will continue to develop if they can keep girls, in school and continue to get them to come back. That's going to be a very good team going forward. The Knights are looking forward to building on this momentum. 7-game winning streak here, looking for 8 on Tuesday, the 18th, against Mary Baldwin. That'll be at home, so you'll hear it here live as we look to extend. And that is a conference game as well. The Knights are leading the Eastern standings for the USA South right now at 6-0, and are looking forward to more conference play going forward throughout the rest of this month, and looking forward to this schedule. A lot of the same teams we played, we're going to see them again. So a lot of traveling, playing teams in their arenas, big road trips, big tests ahead for the Knights. And then for the Monarchs, looking forward to their next game. I believe they had a game postponed, so they'll
the Mary Baldwin
work
game
on
from
that.
Mary Baldwin game's postponed, so they're going to play a coast-to-coast conference for Christopher Newport, somebody that we're at SVU very familiar with. That game will be on the 19th. Next, so as you mentioned, Skylar, join us next Tuesday for the home game. We also, next Wednesday, will be broadcasting the men's wrestling match.
Absolutely.
And then the men's basketball, their next home game that we'll be broadcasting will be on the 25th against Greensboro. They're also showing great improvement this year and a fun team to watch.
Absolutely. Sneaky team, that men's basketball team this year, getting it done. When a lot of people just, count them out, getting it done this year, the Knights men's team. And then you mentioned wrestling. Averett coming in to Knights Arena, should have, 10 matches or so, should be super competitive. Averett with nationally ranked guys all over, should be great. Some alumni coming back for that on that Averett coaching staff. Looking forward to that. But yeah, it should be a great night of wrestling, and that's on Wednesday.
So I'm Scotty Winterton along with Skylar Johnson. We really appreciate everybody that joined us this afternoon. Loved watching this contest between the Knights and the Monarchs. Hope everybody stays safe. The East Coast, we got some sort of storm coming in.
We'll see.
It's going big, then going small. We don't know. Everybody out there, stay safe. Have a good evening, and God bless.
And go Knights.